Hello everyone, I'm Bulldog.
And I'm Gozirra, and we are Pulled Aggro.
This week we are continuing our free-to-play series.
That's right, this week we are reviewing F.E.A.R Online.
F.E.A.R Online, also known as F.E.A.R Online, is a free-to-play multiplayer game developed by In-Play Interactive, published by Aria Games and Entertainment, and licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. It was released on Steam on October 21st, 2014. F.E.A.R Online uses an updated Lithtech Jupiter EX engine last seen in Gotham City Imposters. It also utilizes the source code from 2009's F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin.
And without further ado, we bring you F.E.A.R Online. Now, jumping right into this, I have to say that playing F.E.A.R was my #1 game whenever I first got into PC games. I loved playing F.E.A.R, scared the crap out of me, and I was really excited for this game to come out.
Yeah, dude, when I first really started playing, of course I played some other FPSs, but when I really got into like single player games, it was F.E.A.R, and it was really, really intense. You play it with the lights off, you get going, it was intense. Now, jumping when you first load the game and you first get to the launcher, it's got that creepy, cool music, it's got all that good stuff, and then you get into the game, and it does take a little bit of time to get started.
Yeah, I noticed that as well, and once you got into it, I jumped right into the tutorial, and it just brought all those memories back from F.E.A.R. So, I was running through, they had things coming at you. I mean, it didn't look too pretty, it reminded me of F.E.A.R 1, even though it was made on the F.E.A.R Online engine, which was made from F.E.A.R 2. Once I got into it, I was looking forward to getting scared and having a fun time with all these people. It gave you that sense coming into it, like, oh, I'm gonna get scared. I'm waiting for this moment to happen, and then it never delivers. First thing that pops in my head about F.E.A.R is getting scared. That is that's like the basis of F.E.A.R. I'm gonna be scared. But that never happens past the tutorial.
No, the tutorial had such high hopes, and I was so excited about what F.E.A.R was. I mean, it was scary, and then it never delivered. Like, it just never came to us. It never happened. So looking at the PvE, there were 3 maps. There was easy, medium, and hard. And even when I got into the medium or even the hard ones, they also didn't really have it. They got the harder missions and more stuff came at you and you had more things coming at you, but no F.E.A.R aspects to it.
Right. And then they have the other mode, which is PvP. Once I dipped back and realized this game wasn't going to scare me, I just treat it like an FPS game. So I went to the PvP aspect, which has team deathmatch, demolition, and knife fight. Which is okay. You don't see knife fight very much in games, which is strictly knife fight.
Yeah.
So I tried it out. I like the PvP. They need to do a little bit better with the graphics. They need to do better with the way it overall plays and the smoothness of it. But
yeah, it's very rigid.
Yeah, overall, it wasn't a bad little game.
No, it really wasn't. I got into the team deathmatch, and it just plays like you would expect a free-to-play FPS game to run. It wasn't super smooth. It wasn't the graphically enhanced. It's not like you'd expect from some other games that are out there that actually have some of that movement. Like, we did a review not too long ago, even on Loadout, and that's a free-to-play game that moved clean. And this game didn't have it. And then we got into Demolition. Demolition reminded me exactly of old-school Counter-Strike. I mean, it had the bomb planning, but what was weird about it is everybody got a bomb. So anybody could just get to a site and just plant the bomb and just wait. So matches seemed to go a little bit faster, but it was still pretty fun. We were able to, rush A, rush B, just like you'd expect. And we were able to kind of, do our own little mission there and kind of get stuff going once me and Gozirra here got into it.
And then you get the knife fighting, which is really cool because they don't have that in many FPS games where they have a strict zone for melee. And one thing that I noticed about it was it seems more pay to win with that.
It does.
You get a better knife by paying the points that you get from just doing regular missions and stuff like that, or you do it from real cash, and it seems like it's more pay to win in the knife fighting aspect of it.
Yeah, it didn't excite me too much, other than I was like, cool, a knife fight, dude. Nobody game really has this unless you hunt for that game mode. There's not a dedicated area for this, so I thought that was kind of a cool thing they did. And when we got in, I got lucky enough where they gifted me a kukri. And I felt that it had the longest reach. I mean, I could pre-fire and pre-set up the kill, and it gave me something. It gave me an edge, as opposed to me just being a skillful player and going in and just getting my knives because I could outknife you. You know what I mean? It just kind of gave me a little bit of an advantage, and it did seem very pay to win.
Now, overall with the PvP, I liked it. You know, you could craft your weapons. You get different materials for different game modes that you do, and if you win those game modes, and there's up to 3, I think, per day, and you can craft different weapons in order to just make it a fun experience for it. It doesn't overpower it as much. You know, it just gives it a different feel to the game, and it's just something to add on to.
Yeah, it gives you something to work towards, more or less. It gives you the ability, okay, so I'm making through these different missions, and I'm doing all this different stuff, and it gives you something to work towards. Hey, I crafted a new weapon. I've got these things. And over time, as you get the bigger, badder weapons, it will give you a slighter edge on that stuff. And from what I've seen on some of the gameplay that I've watched as well as played, you can outbeat some of those pay-to-win kind of guns that you can buy. You can get weapons that you can craft that are a little bit better.
Overall, I give this game probably about a 7. Its replayability is not there. If they added some more stuff into it, if they changed up the PvE aspect of it, made the missions a little bit better, if they added more stuff to the PvP, because on their website it even said they were going to incorporate a horror mode, which might come out, and that would be really fun to me, and it give me something else to hang on to this game. But having just regular team deathmatch, demolition, and knife fight is not going to keep me playing this game. So if they want to get a higher score in my eyes, if we come back to it maybe in a later date, the replayability is not there right now, but I just give it an overall 7.
My overall on this game is I really want to give this game like a 4. I'm not going to. I'm going to give it a 6 because it did come out 5 days ago. And I have hopes that they're going to do something for this game, maybe expand it, add that horror mode you talked about. But I really want to give this game like a 4 or 5. The graphics are not good for a free-to-play game. It's built on an engine from way back. It's, an old engine. They need to get updated. I think they can get better with it and make stuff happen. They have a F.E.A.R 3 game that's built on a better engine. Use that engine. They needed to. And in terms of like the PvE style of the gameplay, I expected it to be fearful, and it wasn't there. I don't have the fear. In PvP, there's some fun stuff to it. If I wanted to jump on a game with a buddy of mine and just say, hey man, let's just mess around and have fun. What do you want to play? F.E.A.R Online might come up because it does have some fun little stuff, and the aiming on it is okay. The headshots are okay. It's just an okay game. It's nothing I would ever try and play competitively by any means. But the overall comeback and just play this game, for me personally, isn't really there. I'm going to give this game an overall of a 6. Well, that's all the time for us.
This has been a review of F.E.A.R Online.
I'm Bulldog.
And I'm Gozirra, and as always, GG everyone.